Right, so here we are, and in this video we're just going to be repotting some aloe vera plants and some succulent plants in some concrete pots made by yours truly. And some of these pots were made a while back, and some are featured in some videos that are already on the channel. And there might be some videos with some paint jobs also. So just cleaning up the pots there, they've been hanging around for a while. So I've got a load of stuff here. Like I say, I got the aloe vera plants and the succulent plants. Well, aloe vera is pretty much a succulent, or in the succulent family. And just going to repot these plants because they've sort of overgrown. The aloe veras grow quite quick. And split them up, put them into the pots, and I'm going to give these pots away. So, like I said in the last video, if anybody's local, I'm going to put these pots out on a table at the front and just put a sign up saying help yourself. Anybody can have one of these, or as many as you like. As many as you like, whatever's there, pick them up. I know there's some people that are local near me. I live in the UK, Somerset. I would post them if anybody wanted some, but that's going to be a bit too much, isn't it, really? So, anyway, as you can see there, just splitting up the aloe vera plants. And we've got some succulent compost. Well, I've got a little bit of succulent compost, which is obviously ideal for succulent plants. It's kind of like a gritty mixture. But I'm mixing it in with some compost I made here. Well, I didn't make it, nature made it. I just put a load of, I'll put my rubbish on a compost heap. Well, you know, that the natural rubbish to make compost. And it's been composting for the last few years, so I've got a bit of that, and I just mixed it in with the succulent compost gravelly stuff. And job done. It's not too bad with these plants. The aloe veras are pretty hardy, and the particular variety of succulent that I've got here are quite hardy as well. So the soil that I'm using here with the compost seems okay for the plants I've got here. But obviously, go careful with whatever varieties you're going to plant, and research what you need to do there, because I bought some succulents a while back. Actually, there's a video on this channel where I put a load of succulents into the same and similar concrete pots as we got here. Some survived and some didn't, and that was probably down to the compost mixture that I had and soil, and it probably wasn't suitable for some of the succulent plants that I had at that time. So any of you succulent enthusiasts out there, you know, if you've got any tips, just leave some comments in the comments below if you'd like to hand on some information. I know that there is somebody that's very keen on succulents, and that's Mr. Concrete Artisan, and some of you might know him, Gris, at Mr. Concrete Artisan, and he also has a Instagram page, Canadian Succulent Guy, so he's got lots of succulents on the go there. I know next to nothing about them. All I know here, I've got the hardy variety, which has been hanging around for years with them hardly being touched. They just grow and they look healthy. And you'll see the succulents later on in the video. So as you can see, we're like concentrating on the aloe veras here. These aloe veras, they're best kept indoors over here in the UK. I actually brought one of the plants out last week, and it was out for a couple of days, and the leaves kind of turned a not very healthy colour. They went sort of like a brownish colour, and that was just after a couple of days. So I don't know why that was. You want to be careful as well when you're potting these plants. Like succulents will need some drainage. You don't want to waterlog your container, pot, or whatever you're using. I mean, these concrete pots here, they don't have any drainage holes, so you just want to be careful when you're watering the plants. You don't want your roots rotting and all that sort of thing. I also use some plastic pots because I ran out of concrete pots. I thought I had more plants than I thought that I did at the beginning. So what was I talking about? I can't remember now. I've lost my train of thought. So you can see just going through all those plants, just putting them in carefully and pushing them in, not too firmly, but just sort of firm enough. So it says using the pots that I made myself out of concrete. And you can see one particular concrete pot at the front. There's like 4 pots of the same type. You can see how to make one of those or make something similar on the channel from scratch. So we build the pot out of clay or whatever you want to build the pot with to make your model, and then make a latex mould, then another mould, and then you can create as many pots as you like, replica pots from that original model. It's got some small pots there as well. I never made a video on those little pots. They're sort of like little what's it called? The shape. It's like a not 3D octagon. What do you call that? I can't remember what it's called now. Octahedron. How do you?
Can't see nothing with that.
I know, it's terrible, isn't it? Do you want a plant?
No, we got plenty.
Really?
Down here.
Aloe Vera's here. Like, you got any you can give them to or anything like that?
Yeah. They're all doing well on the plant.
Yeah, the trouble is they grow so quick, and I got to like replant them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get rid of all these, so.
Yeah, my son got loads, but nobody wants them.
So we've got a chap that's in his 90s, just passed through, and he's having a plant there.
Just a little bit when you get
Hardcore somersault.
You want this thing back?
No, you can have that.
He's all right then.
Yeah. Keep him in. You know how to look after it, don't you?
I'll keep this.
Yeah, I made that.
Oh, very good.
So
you
you
don't want it back.
No, you can have that. That's
Thank you
yours.
very much. I'll
Cheers,
call
mate.
Again.
So I gave Ted the octahedron pot there. Concrete pot, just small pots. They're quite good for succulents that don't need too much water. Does anybody know much about those air plants? Are they called air plants? They don't need a lot of looking after. You just like stick them in a pot and that's it. I don't quite know how that works. I guess they sort of feed on the moisture in the air. But if anybody knows a little bit more about air plants, then let us know in the comments below. So as I mentioned before, I don't know quite kind of what's happening with this channel at the moment. I know a lot of YouTubers have sort of complained that their viewership has gone down, and my channel's a little bit like that as well. So I don't know whether that's because my channel's not too popular or whether algorithms have affected my channel, but my channel has slumped with viewers. So I'm going to kind of just treat my channel as kind of like a journal, really, and if anybody wants to watch them, obviously they can come along and watch. So there might not be so many videos, plus I've got another couple of channels also, and they take a little bit of time, and I need to kind of prioritize what I'm doing. I was doing too many videos at one point, so I sort of burnt myself out, and it was just a little bit too much, so I need to kind of put all my energies into doing sort of good videos and just focusing on that instead of like spreading myself thin, if that makes any sense. I think I might make some more planters at some point with concrete. I haven't done any casting this year. I was hoping to get some casting done. You've got a bird bath to do, which I've already mentioned in some of the update videos, because we didn't do much last month either. My bald patch, I think that's getting bigger. That's getting bigger by the month, I reckon. It's like a target. My bald patch gets cold, I gotta wear a hat to keep my bald patch warm. Even at night when I go to bed, it's like a, gotta wear like a nightcap sort of thing. Well, it's like a sort of beanie, you know, those loose beanies, which I find quite comfortable. So So bald and grey at that age now, that's sort of setting quite quick. So we've got the aloe veras there. We'll let those settle in for a few days. Like I say, I'll put those on a table outside and we'll see what happens there. I mean, sometimes you just can't give stuff away. But I know there's a few people that want some of the plants, so I don't like to waste them. And we've got so many of the concrete pots left over. So there we are with the succulents. I don't know what type of succulent that is, the variety. As I said before, I live in the UK, so obviously these plants need to kind of simulate the climate for wherever they come from. I mean, the succulents I got there, that you can see there, or here, there. They're great for this climate. I suppose they're like sort of alpine plants, aren't they, originally? So they're quite hardy. But the aloe vera, where do aloe veras originate from? I suppose they're like hotter climates. I don't know. I had to look that up. And if you know, let us know in the comments below. So anybody watching this video, if you want to leave some comments below, let us know what you mainly watch this channel for. You might be new, so you might be just watching it for these plants. So I don't know too much about it. It's just sort of like this video is kind of like sort of like a journal, really. But any people that have subscribed already, let us know what you like about this channel and what you sort of come in here for. I mean, mainly it's sort of like for moulding and casting, and perhaps sculpting up some original models for moulding and casting. I want to do some more sculpting, like more originals. That pot there, you can see I'm just cleaning off. I didn't do a video on that either. That's kind of like an attempt at soaking rags with concrete and then turn them over, putting them on top of a upside down pot, so you like create that draped pot effect, which is quite popular with a lot of people. I'll also do a video on that at some point, because I wouldn't mind doing a bigger one. So it's summer here, we're sort of like halfway through summer, I would say. So perhaps I'll do that at some point. I'd like to sculpt some objects. Like I say, get on with that bird bath as well. Cast that with concrete. And there's another tub of succulents there, so just separating those out and putting them into more pots. I quite like those succulents, actually. They're very hardy. I could do with a companion to make videos, because I make these videos on my own, and I could do with somebody else to sort of like hold a camera and zoom in on what we're doing. So it's quite difficult when you're doing it on your own. I get Astro Cat to do it, but she can't hold the camera. And she prefers sleeping and eating anyway. I've been divorced 1,000 times, so I haven't got a partner to help me out there. I haven't been divorced 1,000 times. More like 500. Ha ha ha. Only joking, of course. So just sorting out everything. So it's July 2021. It's a lovely day here today, and it was a lovely day on Monday when I did those plants. And we had a load of rain in between then. So of course, being from England, last night England were in the semi-finals of the European Cup. And they beat Denmark 2-1. And now they're in the final, which is very exciting, and the final will be on Sunday. So I shall watch that. Denmark were unlucky. There's another thing as well. I like good sportsmanship, and it was sad to see that the England fans booed the Danish national anthem. I don't like that. You know, I like good sportsmanship and respecting your opposition. I mean, obviously you play to win. But yeah, I do like good sportsmanship. Don't like bad sportsmanship, don't like all that sort of booing nonsense. But happy that England have gone through, even though they were quite lucky. They did play well, they deserved to go through. And I would say they had a soft penalty, as they call it. And a few years ago, 10 or so years ago, or just over 10 years ago, Frank Lampard had a goal disallowed against Germany, and it was miles over the line, and it was disallowed. So in my head, it sort of makes up for that. Swings and roundabouts. So there we are. That's all the plants repotted. I put some plants actually in the garden there. I ran out of pots. And you see some sort of like B-grade concrete items left over from casting in the past. Christmas tree there. It's coming on a tree. It's grown a foot in the last couple of months. And there we are. There's the aloe veras. Just put those in the porch. Out of the main glare of the sun and wind and stuff. There's a gunner. The gunner is a bit shabby this year. You got some rhubarb there. Might do a concrete cast of a rhubarb leaf maybe. I haven't done a concrete cast of a leaf for ages. Those roses there. Some old casts. Concrete, plaster. Is that mask? I don't know if anybody saw that. Some cacti. Cactus stuff, and some small pots there. We just planted some just single leaves on the aloe vera, and they might kickstart into action. And there's Tills, Astrocut. And there we are. So, hope you enjoyed the video. Let us know what you think in the comments below about anything about the channel and what I've talked about in the video. And thanks again, and over and out for now. See you soon.